think it's original. $22,000 for this.
Well, I just got off the phone with our friends over at WeBuyOldJeans.com. These are the guys that sent us to Las Vegas a few years ago to buy a $30,000 pair of jeans. Well, they have a new assignment. It's this jacket right here. And this may look like a normal 506 XX Levi's denim jacket, but there's more to this jacket than meets the eye. And so we have to go pick it up for them in person. It's a very valuable jacket, many thousands of dollars. But we have to go somewhere a little bit unexpected. And I'm gonna tell you where we're going, but let's just say it's really far away and I had to get my passports figured out.
All right, so we made it to our gate in time. We've got a little bit to go before boarding. But all this begs the question, why in the world is a jacket, like a Levi's denim jacket from the 1950s, worth this much money? Now, Levi's is considered one of the most American brands ever. And because so, there's like a collectability to them. Some of these rare pieces that are sitting in people's closets for years and years and years and years on end can be worth a ton of money. Now, this jacket is only from the 1950s. This is a pretty standard looking from the outside 506 XX.
All right, now a quick word of explanation. If you're unfamiliar with the history of Levi's jackets, the designs can basically be broken down into three types: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, or by their lot numbers, the 506 XX, the 507 XX, and the 505. The Type 3, or the 505, is the jacket you're probably most familiar with because it's a design that they still use today. First released in the 1960s, it has those slimming V's that give it its signature look. Prior to this, we had the 507 XX, and before that, the 506 XX. The 507 XX, or the Type 2, had two pockets and a pleated front. We'll actually be buying one of these on this trip as well. This jacket was produced from the 50s and into the 60s, but the design that basically started it all was the Type 1, or the 506 XX. It had a single pocket and a pleated front. Both of these two jackets are highly in demand today and fetch thousands of dollars just in themselves. Now, the jacket we're buying on this trip is a 506 XX, but it's a very special subtype.
And in a general market, this would sell for probably $5,000 or $6,000. But in this case, this is we're paying $22,000 for this. So it's a lot more money. All right, we're about to take off. And we'll let you know where exactly we're going in 3, 2, 1.
Frankfurt, Germany.
So what makes this jacket in particular so valuable? The design itself is rare, but also not that rare. What makes it so valuable is its size. This is a size 48. You got to understand, back in the 50s and the 40s, people just weren't generally as big as they are now. So this size is rare, and the way they had to construct it, they actually took two panels of denim, stitched them together, and created a seam down the middle of the back, which is why we call this a T-back. What you may not realize about Levi's is there's an enormous community of collectors, just like for comic books, for sports cards, for stamps. Levi's is an American brand, and perhaps the most American brand of all brands. And this is an iconic piece of Levi's Americana. So there's hundreds, if not thousands, of collectors of vintage Levi's around the world. And some of them will pay exorbitant prices to bring an item like this into their collection. These are so hard to find, so rare, that even if they're not gonna ever be worn again, they'll spend thousands and thousands of dollars in order to add them to their essentially museum quality collection. A lot of these collectors are in Asia, like Japan is probably the #1 spot for vintage Levi's. They say there's more vintage Levi's in Japan than there are in America anymore. And so this jacket ultimately might end up in the hands of a collector in Japan someday. A little known fact about denim is it was actually invented here, not necessarily here at Mont Blanc, but here in France, in the town of Nîmes. That's where we get the term denims of Nîmes. Denim was invented here in the 1700s, and while it would be 150 years before Levi's would get a hold of that material and turn it into the icon that it is today, we still have to thank France for the invention of this wonderful material.
And this is my buddy Jeremy, who happened to be in Europe at the exact same time I was. He graciously provided some backup and security just in case. It's not every day that you're transporting $20,000 worth of Levi's. Well, unfortunately, we lost the audio of this moment, but really appreciated his help.
Now we are walking. We just got done with our pizza and our beer, and we are walking to meet the seller. And now he does not want to be on camera. He doesn't want this deal publicized, at least his involvement in it. So we won't be talking to him personally. Unfortunately, he is a collector. He's got some cool stuff, but today he's going to remain anonymous. So Jeremy and I will go meet up with him, pick up the jackets, verify their authenticity, and we'll signal We Buy Old Jeans to release the money, and all will be well, and we'll be on our way. Here are the two jackets that we're buying. The seller is in the lobby over here because he doesn't really want to be on camera, like I said before. So he's going to let us take a look at this, check, make sure it's authentic, and then we'll go and call Giovanni to release the funds. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here's the first jacket. This is the 507XX. This, like I said, is not the biggest, most valuable piece, but the square on there, this is all looking pretty much the way we expect it. You can see all these rivets are correct. So are the buttons. Yeah, this one looks fine. I don't have really any questions about this one. No concerns on this. So I think we'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the big kahuna. And that's this guy right here. This guy is incredible. Look at the color on this thing. 506XX, single-sided, red tab, beautiful condition. Even the pleats are still in here. You can still see some of the remnants of the leather patch. It's pretty amazing. Just feels so good in the hand. We have a little bit of distressing there, but nothing crazy. This is absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Some damage, but not a big deal, I don't think. I think he's pretty aware of that. All right. On this side, see, this is where you have that T-back where they put the two panels together. I just want to double check that this buckle is original. I think it's original. I just am not entirely sure. So I probably I'm going to call Giovanni and find out if this is what he expects, and then we'll make sure, because I certainly don't want this to be fake or this to be prepared. So let's go ahead and call Giovanni. Hey, so yeah, so I'm looking at the jackets here. First jacket, the 507 looks great. I have questions about the 506, the T-back. I'm not so sure about this buckle. Just something about it seems a little off, like maybe it was replaced at some point. I'm gonna shoot you some photos. You tell me what you think, and then other than that, that was it. Just make sure this is the correct buckle. All right? Okay. All right. Here, send you the photos right now. All right. See ya. Oh, great. Perfect. Whew. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, these are the right buckle. Perfect. All right. Well, that'll do it. I think you can go ahead and release the money. I'll go let the seller know, and we'll get this deal done. All right, deal is done. In fact, the most German thing ever. Actually, no, that's Swedish. It's in an IKEA bag. Take a peek. So even though Levi's is an American brand, I've been through Frankfurt, Germany, Geneva, Switzerland, and Annecy, France, and I see Levi's being worn all over the place. People left and right wearing Levi's, wearing this very American iconic brand.
And that just speaks to the power and influence of Levi's. And even the guy that we bought the jackets from, curiously enough, he bought them in like the early 90s for like $1,000 because somebody brought them over from America and they wanted a piece of that Americana culture and fashion. And he bought them, I think, for like $1,000 at the time. And so I think that's quite the return on investment, if you ask me. You know, Levi Strauss himself was a German and originally from Germany. And so there is sort of a bridge between the two, between America and Europe with Levi's. It's something we sort of hold common because we both have some responsibility for it. So I'm excited because I love to combine my love of travel with my love of collecting, buying, and selling vintage Levi's. You never know where you're gonna find vintage and valuable rare Levi's. So if you have a denim jacket in your closet, maybe grandpa's denim jacket, maybe you should check out WeBuyOldJeans.com and see if maybe you could be paid $20,000 for yours.